Welcome to this short tutorial about data analysis in SPSS. For this tutorial, I'll use sample data from my palette test. Initially, I export all my data from software that I used into Excel, and this was the initial view of all the code action from 3 games that I used. From this action, we can see the variables that I'm looking for to analyze, such as match location, match status, type of play, type of pass, direction of the pass, outcome, and result of negative outcome. All these are string variables, so to make my life a little bit easier, I transformed all the variables into group categories, as you can see here. It took me a while. I used the function formula from Excel, and um, this type of variables in these groups I exported into SPSS. So this is the view into SPSS of my categories and variables. To make sure that I don't lose track of it, I define the groups values for each category, such match location for 1 to home and 2 away, and therefore all of it for match status, type of play, type of pass, and there you go. I make sure that the match status was measured as an ordinal variable, just because winning, drawing, and losing provide different type of points in a football match. So make sure the winning is the expected outcome for every team. A drawing is not the expected, but it's better than losing, and losing as the bottom one. So I did a few tests around. I started with some descriptive statistics and correlations between some of the variables. As you can see in this output window, I combined the descriptive statistics for type of passes, the direction of the pass, the outcome of the pass, type of play. Check the normality for those variables as well, and some histograms to have just a small idea of the distribution in terms of actions for each variable. In terms of correlations, I correlate match location and type of pass. I also correlate the type of pass with match status, type of pass with outcome of the pass, and the type of play with outcome of the play. These correlations are linked to the hypothesis that I will try to prove in my research project. One other thing that I did the frequencies to make sure that I could spot how many times each variable occur in the sample data. So for example, in type of pass, we can see that mainly the goalkeeper used the short pass with from a dynamic play, and the outcome more observed was a turnover that is from the category of a negative outcome. And also the direction of the pass was mainly into the center of the pitch. So this is just some basic information that I could collect from the tests I did. I also checked the normality distribution from the histograms. Finally, what I did some independent t-tests to analyze the significance between group variables. And interesting that I found there was a significant difference between the type of pass and the outcome. Uh, that is one of my hypotheses here from a sample data of just 100 clips, over 100 clips. And that's one hypothesis being proved. Unfortunately, all the rest of the hypotheses couldn't be proved because there was no significant difference, despite the fact some of them were correlated. However, I must consider that this sample data is just from 3 games, and I'm expecting to analyze the whole season from 2 squads. So, and also the variables from my code window need to be improved because I spot some actions in the game that I actually wasn't prepared to code. So as you can see, this is just data from my palette test. Much more must need might need to do to improve this analysis. But there we go. That's all for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.